Hey y'all, welcome, welcome. We are back. Happy Monday, if it's a happy Monday for y'all. We are going to be discussing the topic today that we do not own our men and our men do not own us. A lot of people don't understand this, and this is where we run into issues and problems a lot in relationships, in things that we deem relationships or things that we perceive as a relationship, even if the other person does not. We have to get out of that. Too many women want to lay claim, or too many women want to own or feel connected or feel um, committed to someone when they are not even there yet mentally. Thank you, Alice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So we have to stop doing that. It's a form of insecurity. Okay, let me tell y'all why. It is a form of insecurity to want to rush into any type of relationship or ownership or commitment with another person that you hardly know. Let me tell you why. Because it means that if you don't hurry up and get them, that they may find someone else better. And they may feel like you're rushing them because there is someone out there better. And they may not want to make decisions based on your rushing them because they're taking their time, like normal people should, to get to know someone before they hop into any type of commitment. Okay. Only people that are desperate and trying to hurry along something for one reason or another want to be in a committed relationship right away. They don't even know the other person yet. And so it's almost like, I don't care about who you really are. I just want you to commit to me because I'm insecure and I'm afraid that you're going to find somebody better. So you hurry up and commit to me, or else I'm going to block you and then go find someone else. That is total insecurity. Okay, so y'all have to stop doing that. That's with anybody. That's with dates. That's with people online that you're dating, or just talking to online. That's for any type of relationship because it's crazy. It's really crazy. If you think about it, it is super crazy. And this is why a lot of women are called crazy, because as soon as they get a little, thank you, Sprinkles, as soon as they get a little attention or go out on one or two dates, they automatically go into that crazy zone and think that they're now in this relationship that's leading to commitment, that's leading to marriage, that's leading to kids, house, all that kind of stuff. You'll have to stop that because it's not. Thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle. So it's not. It ain't like that, okay? So y'all have to really just pull back and be patient. Okay, I can understand if you're older and you've been dating for a while and you know or you don't know. But when you're young, or at least, just met someone, you don't do that because it's just red flag crazy. Okay? I'm not talking months, I'm talking weeks, I'm talking days. Don't do this. Months, yeah, you think there's something going on if you're dating for months consecutively, communicating, da da da. But if you're not, then leave it alone, baby. The man is supposed to be the one to come up to you and secure whatever. You know what I'm saying? That commitment. It's not you, unless you've been waiting too long and you know he's not going to. And so you're just trying to get out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? But you don't do that, right? You said men do this too? Yeah, men do that too because they're insecure. That's true. Or there's something that they want from you, or they don't want you to see someone else. Men do it out of different reasons, but similar reasons, but different reasons than women do. But at the same time, it's still wrong. Okay. Just make sure you have enough self-confidence and self-esteem to be okay with just seeing people or dating without having a commitment. Believe me, the one that wants you to commit is going to be, especially if you've known each other a while and y'all kind of know each other and it makes sense for you to commit. And if it doesn't make sense, then there's something wrong. Okay. If it makes sense for you to commit and they're after a commitment with you and it makes perfect sense because you know each other, then okay. But if it doesn't make sense, is something wrong. Okay. Just know. Right. Now be smart and don't fall for the okie doke either. Like if he hasn't spent a lot of money on you and he's trying to hurry up and make a commitment so he doesn't have to ever spend money on you, that's a problem. If if you haven't properly been courted, if you haven't been impressed by him, if he's not showing you that he's going to be a good person to be with in the future, then you don't have any reason to jump into a commitment with him because you don't know him. Okay. And a lot of people think this is wrong and this is not correct, but it is correct. It is correct. So many people don't realize that a lot of people have it backwards, that you are supposed to make sure that a man is stable financially and can provide and afford you the things in life that you desire or you are used to, before you commit to them. It's crazy that so many people don't think that's necessary, but it is. Okay. We were brainwashed and taught backwards to want nothing and then be someone's maid or whatever. And y'all accept that. A lot of women accept that. How are you going to say, oh, I can't wait to get married so I can be somebody's maid and property? No, that's stupid. No, you're supposed to be living the lifestyle you desire once you say I do, or if once you get into a long-term relationship that's eventually going to lead to I do or whatever. You're not supposed to still be struggling and wondering where your next, meal or bill money is going to come from. That's not very smart. So, yes, we already know this. If you're on my channel, you already know. That's how we do it over here. So yeah, once you're committed in a relationship, then a lot of times it's not going to stay how it started. Okay. You have to understand it's never going to be like it was in the beginning, but it needs to resemble it. Let me repeat that. The relationship will never look like it did in the very beginning in the honeymoon stages, but it should resemble it. You know what I mean? That means you should recognize that it's the same person because they're doing similar things, not the same exact things, but similar things. Okay. Like if they did this to you, if they did that, then they did that for you and they did this for you, then they should continue to do that, but not on the scale of trying to impress you to say, oh, well, he's worthy, not on that scale, but on the scale as to I'm going to continue to do these things because I know you like them, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it should resemble it, but not exactly the same. If it doesn't resemble it or anything like that, then look at yourself and ask yourself, do I resemble the same type of person that he committed to or that he married? Look in the mirror, look at yourself. Same thing. If you don't resemble the same thing, his actions aren't going to resemble similar things either. And we just have to realize that because it's a two-side street, a two-way street. And if we don't look at ourselves, we can't point the finger either. Okay. And just like you don't belong to him either. You don't have to tell someone everywhere you're going. You don't have to tell people everything all the time. And I talk about this a lot in my videos. You don't owe anybody anything. Okay. So stop acting like property and stop treating other people like property. And people will be much happier if they live like this. Stop treating each other like property. And if someone is treating you like property, you need to tell them, I am not your property, baby. Okay. You need to tell them, because if you let them get away with treating you like property too many times, you're going to be what they think is their property. So don't do it. No one is going to tell me what to do, where I can go, what I can do, what I can't do. Period. You know why? Because I'm my own person. They can disagree. They can not like it. They can be upset with it, but they're not going to stop me. You understand? This is the difference between being someone that is confident in knowing who they are and what they want versus someone who is, controlled or feel like they're someone's property. So if you don't have that freedom, you need to figure out how to get it. Okay. Especially if you're in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, a lot of men will try to make you feel special by feeling like you belong to them, by being jealous about things or asking where you were and, oh, he loves me because he cares. No, he don't. That's control. So if he asking you these questions, either lie or don't answer. Okay. Keep your power, baby. Never lose your power. Because if you do, then you'll be upset with yourself later on down the line. You can't do that. Okay. I've known too many women who have done this, and now they're like, but what if he gets mad? So and they don't last forever, does it? He's gonna get mad if you file them divorce papers too, and it's gonna cost him money, right? He's gonna even be more upset, right? All right, so then go ahead and do what you gotta do. So make sure you're not worrying about certain things that are not, for someone who is not owned. If you're not owned, who cares? Okay. What? Let me read some of these comments. Okay. So I'm not gonna answer dumb questions anymore. So if your question can be answered by yourself, don't ask me. I'm not answering dumb questions no more. So ask yourself that question. I mean, I think people already have answers to half their questions, and ask a good question if you're going to ask a question. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like pointless to answer questions that aren't important. Okay, so make sure you're not sitting there acting like you're a piece of meat or a piece of property. Own yourself and don't try to control other people so much. People are going to do what they want to do because they either want to please you or they want to enjoy their lives. If you don't stand in the way of them enjoying their lives and you are exactly what they want, then most of the time you won't need or feel a need to control anybody. Okay. And they won't feel a need to control you if they have, quote unquote, your, trust in, without trying to control them as well. That's what it should be. And, you can't always have so much control, because the one thing that people don't realize about control is that you control nothing except yourself. Period. And once you realize that, you'll let go of that type of thinking and you'll be happier. And so will whoever you're with be. Okay. You will be happier, because if you're happier, you're less worried about things. You're less insecure. You're worried about what you're going to do and how you're going to spend your day. You're not trying to figure out what he's doing behind your back. If he's doing this, who cares? You could be doing the same exact thing. You see? So if people want to do those things, they will anyway. There's nothing you can do about it unless you plan to get out of that relationship because you find out about it. That's a totally different story. But if you're going to look for it and seek it out and, hide or behind garbage cans and stuff, spying, then you're not in the right relationship. Okay? Or you're in that relationship for the wrong reason. So don't do that. Okay? Don't be one of those crazy people. If you're in a relationship and you got to spy all the time, why are you there? Is it for the money? Because if it ain't, then you done. Okay? If it's for the money, you won't be spying anyway. You be out shopping or spending it or doing something different, or, finding a way to put that money to use for your good or your benefit or whatever, or enjoying the freedoms that it brings. You're not going to be doing all that extra stuff because that's not why you're there. So make sure you understand that. Okay. Thank you, Shayleo, the goddess. Sprinkle. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's too much work. And I know a lot of young women fall into that trap of doing these things, but you'll learn as you get older that that's how people start to label you as crazy or as a pick me or as too controlling or whatever, or insecure. You don't want to be labeled that, so just avoid it altogether. Um, if they're doing all that stuff, you could be doing it too. If you don't want to be doing it, then find a relationship where you don't have to do all that stuff. It's just as simple as that. And another thing, like, stop being afraid to lose someone. If you found them, you can get another one. Okay, don't be like that. It's like you have all this self-esteem in the beginning, and then over time, I can't get another one. He's the best one I can find. How do you know? Have you tried to find another one? Duh. Go see. Go see what's up. You don't know until you try, and you know. I know a lot of women were pick-me at one point, but yeah, we can avoid it if we're like, if you guys are young and y'all are hearing this for the first time or the second time or the third time or the 15th time, remember, learn from other people's mistakes so that you don't have to, experience them unless you want to. Thank you. What if the guy's telling you one version of himself and a mutual friend knows more info or something else? How do we trust this? You can't trust anybody but yourself. Period. Okay. Only trust what actions you see. Words are nothing. That's what I tell everybody. Trust actions, not words. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Sure, do you recommend binding? I think this is the wrong channel, but you could do whatever you feel like you need to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. So yeah, I feel that most people are going to make sure that they're secure within themselves before they enter in any relationship if they find this channel before, they get into relationships. So don't go in there looking crazy, because a lot of people will mess up a really good thing looking crazy. Okay. And y'all don't ask me career questions. I don't care what y'all do for a career. I really don't care. Like, career, I don't care. I'm more about entrepreneurship. So if y'all ask me about a career, I don't care. Don't ask me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just going to be real because I don't care. All right. So this channel is about securing the bag. It's about self-esteem, getting what you want in a relationship from whoever you end up with. It's not about career, baby. Yes, I do say own your own business to become an entrepreneur, but I don't talk about careers on here. Okay? That is not what my channel is about. I could care less about somebody's career unless, they're already there. I don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I just need to look cute in the workplace to begin with. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I've already done the career thing. I'm done. I'm into the entrepreneur thing now. Okay. So make sure that you're not trying. Also, make sure you're not trying to do way too much to even be in a relationship. Some women think that they can have it all at the exact same time. You can't have it all at the same time. There's not enough hours in the day. So understand that you're going to have to put something down to pick something up. If you want this, then you got to put that on hold, or you got to put this on hold. You can't do everything. Okay. Unless you have enough money to hire people to do those things for you. You can't do it all at the same time. You really can't. I have so many people saying, I work full time. I do this, I do that. How am I supposed to date? You not. You got to put something down, baby. What you gonna do? Figure it out. Okay, well, wonderful. Now, anyway, you know, there are times in life when there's decisions that you have to make, and if you're not brave enough to make your decisions, then you need to figure out how to plan them so that you can, work towards them. If you can't just do it tomorrow, there's no such thing as being stuck. You can plan stuff. Okay. You said, "Am I a princess today?" I'm a goddess every day. Period. I might look like a princess today, but thank you. How can I be feminine in college without overdoing it? I don't care what other people think. So if you're overdoing it, in whose opinion? You know what I'm saying? In whose opinion? Whose opinion are you looking for approval from? Do what you want. Do what you want to do. However you feel is appropriate, that's what you do. Okay. How to love yourself if you hate yourself. Spend time with yourself. Look in the mirror. Make yourself look as best as you can make yourself look on a daily basis. Stop listening to other people's opinions about you and start to make your own, comments towards yourself. Spend time with yourself. Put yourself first. Do not put yourself last. It's all about you until you love yourself, period. Okay? Yeah. Okay. I don't like him and we aren't dating, but he wants to buy me something for Valentine's. Well, ask yourself this question. Do you want something for Valentine's Day? Yes or no? Do you want him to buy it? Yes or no? Would you rather not get anything from him? Yes or no? Then there's the answer to your question. If you want him to, then say okay. If you don't, then say no thanks. It's that simple. Okay. Shira, how to freestyle while on a date at a 5-star restaurant? You don't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Every woman wants something for the pagan holiday, silly rabbit. Y'all are so silly. Okay, Kryptonite. Yeah, everybody wants something on a holiday. You're right. They do. Shoot, it don't matter what holiday it is. It's a day to get something, period. We don't care what it means. It means we get stuff, period. Understand how women think. Sure, what? Well, we're just talking about we don't own each other and do what you got to do and do, stop being jealous and trying to rush into commitment with someone you just met or vice versa. Thank you, XO, sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all overcomplicate everything, dang. Right. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter. You can make up a holiday and we'll still want something for it. Okay, like, oh, it's a holiday with me. We get our gifts. Oops, my lights. So, if you have a hold on, my light came unplugged. If you have any issues with, those type of things, just understand it. We don't care. Just get the gift, baby. Make up a holiday. Who cares? Call it something else if you want to. Okay. I noticed the dumbest. What? Y'all are so silly. Shira, how can we be in our own relationship without coming across as disrespectful? What? How can we be our own in a relationship without don't always be your own, period. Like, be your own always. And when you get in, have a life already. Okay? Have a life. Have a schedule. Have things to do. And it won't happen. You won't get caught up. have things to do, have your own thing going. Yes, of course, if you're in a relationship with a man, they're going to be the provider, but you don't always have to be up under them or spying on them, and they don't have to always do the same thing to you. And the point is, y'all are two adults or two grown people. If y'all got to, try to own each other, then it means y'all are both insecure. Y'all are together because y'all want to be together, or why y'all together? So you're going to own the other one? It doesn't make sense, because think about it. They don't know what you're going to do. They can't see you 24 hours a day. If you're going to do something, you're going to do it. If you're not, you're not. It's up to you as an individual to make those decisions. It's just like it's up to a man to make those decisions. And if you don't trust other people and you don't trust yourself, you shouldn't be in a relationship. You don't have to trust someone to do what they're going to say. You're going to have to only trust people to do what you think they're going to do as far as your experience with them or by their actions. People keep worrying about trust. Trust does not mean someone tells the truth 100% of the time, because nobody does. It means you trust them enough with what you know about them. Okay? So y'all are using trust in the wrong way. You trust someone enough to know what they're about. You trust someone enough to know what they may or may not do. Okay. You trust someone enough to have your backup plan, your plan B, your separate account. You trust someone enough to sign a prenup. Okay. You understand what trust means now? It doesn't mean being 100% honest. It means I trust you as far as I can see you. It means I trust you as far as I know you. It means I trust you as far as I believe you. Now, when I stop believing you, that doesn't mean I don't trust you anymore. It just means I don't trust what you say anymore. You see, there's a difference. I trust what you do now. I trust, this, and that now. There's different ways to look at trust. Trust don't mean what y'all think it means, and y'all keep using words in the wrong way. That's why you're so disappointed. That's why your definitions of relationships are all backwards. So stop feeling like that. Okay. Where were you a few years ago? Oh, I was on here. I was online, girl. Yeah, you just didn't find me yet. Okay. Should you leave the country for a rich man abroad? Should I stay and accept nice paying job? That's a tough question. I would have to know the person that I'm moving with. I would have to visit. They would have to visit me. We're gonna have to go back and forth a couple of times. I'm gonna have to know his family. I'm gonna have to know what I'm getting into before I get into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just say okay and don't know anything. I'm gonna go and see what it's about a couple of times and see, set up shop there. Get my stuff together over there before I even say yes. So, do I have a car over there? What side of town do you live in? The good side of town over there? Or we got money over there? Yeah. Okay. What will I be doing over there? Okay. Let me see how it is. Let me stay about a week. Let me stay 2 weeks. Okay. Well, I think I could do this. I'm not just going to make a decision without knowing what I'm getting into. Okay. I'm going to be like, we'll see. You say are we living where the money resides? Right. So I mentioned call the wife if he doesn't care. Wait, you mentioned call the wife if we want them. She doesn't care. She only wants the money, and he threatened me, not how I expected it to go. How can I turn this around? Whoopsie. Well, she only wants the money, but secretly, deep down inside, she's mad. Just understand this, okay? She mad. That's why he mad. Because if she only wanted the money, then he wouldn't be mad. She would already know. He wouldn't have tried to keep it no secret. So she's secretly mad. Just give it a little bit of time. Give it a little bit of time. Okay? Give it a little bit of time. and say, I'm so sorry. I just really like you so much. And the more time he spends away with you, the more his wife is going to know where he's at. And that's going to get to her eventually. And she's going to realize, hey, wait a minute. I could divorce this person, get their money, and date other people. So she's going to realize that she's in a beneficial situation if she should file for a divorce. So just give it a little bit of time. It always backfires in the beginning, but later it works itself out, most likely. Uh-huh. I can't understand what you're writing, but thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Is that slang? He has smoke. He smokes. Okay. I don't know. Thank you, Dark Lordism. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Hey, check my Facebook message when you get a chance. I haven't been on Facebook in forever. Okay, I will. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Y'all, this is where I get the oud from. If y'all are interested in buying oud, check out that channel and Dark Lordism. And thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. But I'll check it. Where the money reside. Hold on, I've got something in my eye. Okay. The Dark Lord. Right. Is that slang? I don't know what yeah. If y'all are going to type a message, it needs to be in English, darling. Okay. Well, I don't know. You just sometimes you got to risk it all to get it all. I think I made a video about that. That's what you want. You got to risk it all to get it all sometimes. Now, the point is, if that man really wants out of that relationship, but he needed you to do it, great, wonderful. But if he didn't want out of that relationship, then he may be upset, but that doesn't mean he's going to not stop talking to you. He may stay in it. He may stay that relationship with you too. So just make sure that, you read what he's telling you correctly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said men are tiring. What? Yeah, if you're lazy and you don't want to figure out how to get what you want in this world, it's because you're doing too much work somewhere else. This should be like a hobby or a pastime to some people. But I understand it is a lot of work, but it's mental work. It's mental. It's all mental. I mean, you're going to be doing mental work when you go to work and figure out how to solve someone else's problems and get paid for it. It's just mental work. That's all. It's mental work, right? So, are you scared to do? I don't debate. I'm a woman. I don't debate, darling. I'm a feminine woman, and I don't debate. That's for masculine women or men. I don't debate. But thank you for the donation, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I don't compete. I don't debate, baby. I'm a woman. Shira, how do I get featured on your channel? I have to be interested in you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. First of all, I have to know who you are. I have to be interested in wanting you featured on my channel. So some people, because I kind of do it on my own. I check out someone and I say, oh, I think I want them on my channel. That's how I do it. It's not just, like a business or anything. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Okay. You said I bait men, I don't debate. Exactly. Like, there's no point of a woman debating. Either you debate and be in competition with a man, or you just do what you're going to do anyway and still come out on top. Okay. Right. Do you still work with the pink pill? Yeah, we talk all the time. So, he cheated on her, he will cheat on you. You know what? This saying is so dumb because people can cheat on anybody at any given time. You could be as faithful as you want to be to some dude and they will still cheat on you. So that doesn't make sense. People just say that because they're afraid to be cheated on, or they feel like you shouldn't mess with other people's relationship. People are going to do what they're going to do. There are married men out here acting more single than the single men. Okay? So y'all got to stop saying that. That is not true at all. And you know why? Because people are going to do what they're going to do if they want to, period. So he can cheat on you, he can cheat on her, he can cheat on whoever he's with every time he's with her. It doesn't matter if the person was single. I mean, if the person was faithful or not. If you're a cheater, you a cheater, period. Not cheating on someone is not going to stop another person from cheating on you. It makes no sense whatsoever. So we need to stop talking like these old sayings that make zero sense and using them as advice, because it's not true. It's not true at all. Okay. You can cheat on somebody, you can steal somebody's husband, you could do all those things. It doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. But if it does, oh well, you can do the same thing. And if you don't believe in that type of stuff, to bring it about, it may never happen. And if it does, then oh well, that's probably not why you was with him anyway. You met him as a cheater. You didn't marry him to be faithful, right? Or you didn't marry him or get in a relationship because he was the most faithful person you ever met. No. So just remember that. You met him cheating, you know he's a cheater, period. So you won't be surprised. That's true, but it doesn't mean that he's going to, and it doesn't mean it's a guarantee. And if it is, it doesn't mean that you will care. Just like she said, she's not with him. The wife wasn't with him because he was a faithful person. She's with him because it's money. And we got to get out of that. Because that's what holds us back in this little box that keeps you from getting the life that you want. Is that type of fear. Y'all think married men are not out here harder than these single men? Go out and see how many married men hit on you. Just go try. You've been out freaks out, y'all know. And why do they get married if they're gonna hit on you? Because that's what men do, baby. So a lot of them do. So just because they make some vows to you doesn't mean that they're telling the truth, or that it doesn't mean that they can't talk to some woman in a bar. They never said, I will not talk to other women in a bar after, before saying I do. They still flirt. They still buy people drinks. They still try to do this and they try to do that. Just because they're married doesn't mean a thing. And that's where women get messed up when they start believing that. That's why you have to make sure that you don't act like this type of person where you're just going to be this perfect angel, because you already know they not most of the time. No. Maybe in the beginning, but maybe for years to come. But like some decades down the line, you don't know what they're going to do. You said, I said decades. Yeah. You had a married man and he tells me he enjoys cheating. Girl, he was too honest. He said, I enjoy. See, he said he's enjoying it. So all you ladies that have these fairy tale things in your mind about marriage and leaving married men alone, married men need to leave women alone, because women aren't after married men. Married men are after single women, or men, or vice versa. You might have single men after married women. It don't even matter. Either way, they about to slide. Okay. So y'all have to get that out of your mind. It doesn't make people off limits, and it doesn't make them, whatever. Because how many times have you heard about people being in a relationship where when they got into it, somebody else was with another person? So many, right? But you don't know. Does the baby voice work and adding some sad comments like, why do you hate me? Like, no, it shows a lot of insecurity. Like, why would you think someone hates you? You should be so secure that no one could dare hate you, darling. Why are you so mean? That's better. Why are you being so mean to me right now? That means it's temporary. But if you use a strong word like hate, oh, it's going to be such a huge turnoff. Y'all have to choose your words carefully. Right. Yes, I hate you because you're disgusting and pathetic. That's what I would say, because if you're going to stoop that low, you need to be kicked. You need to have more self-esteem than that, darling. You need to be like, why are you so mean to me right now? Why are you being so evil right now? Okay. You said you have male married acquaintances. Well, let me see. And they say they can't see being with the same WAP forever. Oh, evil kitty. You said WAP. Okay. Your expectations are low for men, just saying. Well, here's my thing. It don't matter if they're low or high. How high do you think a man's expectation of a woman is? Just let me ask you that. That it does. See, this is where y'all mess up. That part don't matter. Thank you, Leanne. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for all that you do, Shira. Live in the middle of nowhere, very few wealthy areas. What advice do you have for someone like me looking for sugar daddy already on line date? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Drive out of town, baby. Go somewhere out of town or on the outskirts or wherever. Find a more populated place, or find the people that got money where you are and hang out over there. Find business owners, car dealership owners. Go over there. Aim high for wherever you are. Yeah, people don't. Okay, so here's the thing. You shouldn't have certain expectations of people that they don't even have of themselves. How can you have an expectation for someone who doesn't even have that expectation for themselves? You expect someone to be this, and that, and they don't even expect it from themselves. So what makes you think that they're going to live up to an expectation they don't even make for themselves? That's just dumb, right? So y'all have to stop doing that. This is why people are so always disappointed. I have an expectation of this, and that. Okay. But someone else thinks I should have an expectation of something totally opposite. They're going to always be disappointed because I don't even have that expectation of myself. That means it will never happen, ever. Right? And so they will always be disappointed because it will never happen, because that's not my expectation of me. Now, when we stop living out of our own expectations of other people, we will see then what we have. We will start to see what we have. Okay, this person doesn't have that expectation of himself. What expectation does he have? How can I work with that? That's why you got to listen. That's why you have to talk to people and get to know them, so you know their expectations, not the one that society gave you and said, this is every man's expectation of every woman, and this is every woman's expectation of every man. That stuff don't work. You got to listen. You got to take notes. You got to pay close attention. You got to look for behavior. You got to look for action. You don't just take it because someone said it that doesn't even know that person. Society is not what you go by. So that's what you got to do. Listen, pay attention, observe, and understand. Some people don't have those expectations, and some do. So the reason why anyone becomes disappointed is because their expectations were wrong or way too high, or the other person did not have those expectations to begin with of themselves. Okay. Okay. You said don't forget about your lessons. I don't have any lessons. But Are you offering some free lessons or something that I don't know about? Okay. Why are you so afraid of downloading the camera? What do you mean downloading the camera? I don't know what that means. You mean afraid of what? Downloading the camera? That doesn't make sense. How can you download a camera? A camera's on a phone, baby, or a computer, or a camera. Okay, Shira, I'm planning to go freestyling in a couple of weeks. What's your advice for types of places and outfits? Go out in the daytime and wear something classy, but don't overdress. Okay, dress for the weather. Don't try too hard. I say hit a happy hour or a lunch. Okay, at a nice place. Sit at the bar if it's a restaurant. Something like that. Yeah. Go out to the grocery store during the daytime or early, mid morning. Look cute, but don't look overdressed. Look appropriate, but look pretty and cute. Appropriate for the grocery store. Go to regular places, but go in nice areas where there's money. Go in wealthier areas. Okay. Nothing but dusty men where I live. What can I do? Drive somewhere else, baby. Got to get out of the dusty area. I mean, come on. We got to think. Dusty people here. No dusty people over there. Where should I go? Over there. Okay. Why are you afraid of downloading the camera? I don't even know what that means. I'm afraid because I don't know what that means. So I'm very afraid of things that I don't understand. Because if I don't understand something and I get into it, then I won't know what's coming next. So I don't know what that means. Perhaps you need to Google Translate it a little bit better. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Right. Today is what? You got him a Netflix gift card? That's nice, Alexa. That's a nice gift. Okay. I gotta blow up these words because I can barely see them. They're so small. All right, here we go. Yeah. Y'all better put some English words down there and Google Translate the correct way so I can understand. Oh yeah, we know we got trolls. Trolls come all the time. We don't care. But at the same time, we don't own what trolls can do. We don't own trolls' mouths and trolls' brains and trolls' comments. All we know is trolls add more money. That's all I know. Trolls equal more money, period. Okay. Secret fans. You said we don't care. What, Ebony Taylor? You said men like to spoil kept women like us. Don't be shy to play the game. Sugaring is so fun and saves money. Y'all are oh, Ebony. Who are you talking to? Are you having a conversation in the comments? Okay. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. You said, yeah. How to remain friendly and warm when you know these men are lying when they talk. Lie when you talk too, girl. Okay. Like, what's stopping you, baby? You can feel friendly and warm when you telling them to lie too. Hey. Same way that they're feeling friendly and warm while lying to you. Okay, there you go. You're standing too close. Move closer to the camera. How? Okay, so what do you do for a living? Oh, I sugar. Okay, Yasmin. Okay, let's get some other comments. Don't move. What? Y'all are so silly. So we're going to talk about the topic. Stop trying to act like you own somebody if you're in a relationship, or if you want to be in a relationship. Stop acting like people owe you something when they're not even committed to you. So many people, and everyone has probably made this mistake. People don't owe you anything. It's their own free will if they want to do that or not. If they want to make you smile, make you happy, and do those things, that's great. But if you're not in any type of committed relationship, it's all still because they have free will and they want to do those things. They don't have to. You don't have to. Whatever. Stop thinking like that. And even when you are in a committed relationship, it doesn't mean that they're obligated to do that. I mean, yes, you could be upset because they didn't, and but at the same time, just like you're not obligated to even stay there, they're not obligated to do anything. So if you're not obligated to stay or do anything, everyone's free. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Damon. So everyone's free. You just, certain people agree to do certain things because they're with each other. That's it. Or because they know each other, or because they like each other. That's all it is. If you're not living like that, then you're always going to be disappointed. Always. Okay. You said you're engaged but not happy anymore. You feel trapped. Well, then go do something that doesn't make you feel trapped. It's up to us. Like, we trap ourselves. Like, you're engaged, but you feel trapped. Well, when you leave your house and you can do pretty much whatever you want, do you feel trapped? It's up to every individual. Are you trapping yourself? I think this is the reason why a lot of engaged men cheat before their wedding, because they start feeling trapped. And most of the time, women never find out. Okay. I tried leaving. He guilt trips me. Well, that's still your fault. If someone is going to guilt trip you, first of all, you got to really feel guilty. So if you don't really feel guilty, then it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? So stop feeling guilty. Be like, oh, well, I don't feel guilty anymore. I'm sorry, that's not enough for me to stay. Perhaps a new car. Do something if that's not enough for you to stay. Like, someone can guilt you into something, but then you have to realize, especially if you don't have kids and stuff like that, girl, you better hurry up and get out. You can't guilt anybody enough to make them stay if they don't already feel guilty. So obviously you feel guilty about something. Right. I wouldn't care. I'm like, oh, well, that's your problem, not mine. I don't feel guilt. Bye. I don't feel guilt about that situation. If you don't want to be there, then don't be there. You said psychologically trapped. Maybe. If you're psychologically trapped, then you can untrap yourself psychologically by finding something better. Can you make a video about how to deal with women who backstab you but smile in your face that you have to live with? First of all, expect it, because that's what they're going to do, period. Most of the time, if they're a hater. Number two, figure out how you cannot live with them. That's number 2. So the solution to your problem is to find somewhere else to live and expect it. So don't tell that person everything. Don't allow that person to know what you don't want them to know. That's the best thing I can tell you, because I'm like, whatever, a lot of them too, girl. You said, unfortunately. Some people are just like that, and you just have to realize that's who they are. Okay. Do you have any advice to avoid sex predators and stay safe while dating? What? Yeah. Gun, knife, mace, weapons, tasers, all the good stuff, all the fun things that make life worth living. Stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all women should have a CC handgun, mace at a minimum. Yeah. At a minimum, have some mace. Why do men think that they own us? Is it our fault? Most men are protective, and so like when you are protective over something, you start to feel like it's your property, or you own it, or you're responsible for it. And a lot of women fall into the category where, what, when they start to treat you like that, then you think it's cute and you start acting like that. So the best way not to be treated like someone's property is to maintain somewhat of your own life that does not include them. Okay. Don't always be up under them. Always have a way to not 100% be all up under them all the time. Just go places by yourself. Say, oh, I got to go do this today. I'll see you later. No explanation. Know what time you're going to get back. This and that. Don't make a habit of that. And that's how you can avoid it. Okay. What? I'm just talking to this guy. He's potential a dusty, but he has treated me better than most guys I have met online. We have a connection. I probably won't marry him. Just have fun with him. Is that okay? If you don't mind dating a dusty, baby, go ahead. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's not okay with me, but if it's okay with you, go ahead. Okay. If the best you can do is a dusty and that's what you want right now, then go. There's no shame in dating a dusty, baby. But don't get mad at the dusty when gift time start rolling around. Don't get mad at the dusty when you need something and they can't give it to you. Don't be getting mad, okay? Remember, don't get mad because he is a dusty, because you just said he was a dusty. Don't get mad. Claim your dust and don't complain. Connect to your dust and don't complain when he don't do right. But have fun. You said the countdown begins. A mess. Okay. Some people just want the validation, and we know why. You have to, it's not about how someone treats you, okay? Because if you don't have anything to offer but treating someone nice, then of course you're going to be nice to them. If that's all you have to offer. Sometimes you're not going to be nice to them. You may be nice to them in the beginning until they become codependent on you, and then you still don't have nothing to offer them, and they're still going to be mean at one point. So I really wouldn't put any faith in a Dusty whatsoever. Period. But, it could be a lesson that you need to learn. Part of your experience and growing. Okay. Your 20-year-old mom, I know I'm pretty, I attract a lot of men, but I get shy and sometimes push them away. Do you have any advice for me? Have a goal. That way you won't push anybody away. What is your goal? My goal is to get them to do A, B, C, and D. Okay. Have goals. Have goals with whoever you're dating. That way you don't self-sabotage yourself until, or you won't self-sabotage yourself if you have a goal for the relationship. How to stand out from other women online dating. Type less, have less words in your profile, and have a classy picture that doesn't show your booty. Okay. There, you'll stand out fine. I think more women should wear yellow. Yellow. Yeah, yellow is pretty in the spring. Okay. Making him fall in love. Men fall in lust, baby. They don't fall in love. They fall in lust. Most people grow in love. They fall in lust. So remember that. Look sexy. If you want somebody to fall for you, be looking good. That's the best, easiest way. How to use power of suggestion to get what I want. Well, there's so many videos on how to do that on YouTube. Check them out, baby. You said men do fall in love? The men who ain't never had none before. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Or either men who never had none before, or men who really know what they want and have been there and done that, and that this is the one. That's it. Those are only two type of men. This is the one, or never had it before. Okay. Oh, all virgins are in love. Okay, all virgins are in love, girl. What the heck? For there's probably lots of different cultures in this chat, but honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. For those of you who are in a culture where you have to marry before you have sex and all that kind of stuff, let me tell y'all. The reason why some societies do this, some cultures do this, is because you become, like as a woman, you become stupid and dumb over the man because you ain't never had none before. And the same thing with the men, they probably didn't had it before. They can go out and do what they got to do. The woman sometimes has never done anything before, and they get all hooked on a man. And the man could be the worst person in the world, don't even have no skills in the bedroom, and you can think it's the best because you ain't never had nothing better, right? And so you get all wrapped up in this fool who about this little and can't do nothing, and you all in love and goo goo gaga over him, and now you become his maid and his slave. So if you've had relations before him several times, you're going to treat him exactly how he performs. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be all in love and desperate and like, oh my gosh, he took my virginity. And you ain't going to be all like that. You're like, you did all right. So you're not going to be like, I'll wash all your clothes. I'll cook your food. Is it okay? Is the temperature too hot? Is the temperature too cold? You ain't going to be all like that. You'll be like, oh, I wished I would have, well, at least I have my memories of others. That you're going to be like that instead of all, stupid looking. And I don't mean to put any other cultures down, but honestly, I don't care how I would do. I would go sneak and find a way to do what I got to do so that if I do get married under those circumstances, I'm not looking like no fool. I'm just honest. I'm just going to be honest with you. I will not be looking for no fool, looking like a fool behind some dude. It might be the other way around though, but it's not going to be that way. Because you know why? Because it's not that it's more chemical that women become very attached to whoever they're intimate with. Yeah, you can become attached, but you're not going to become so stupid because you'll have nothing else to compare it to. You will still have your own brain and your own mind and your ability to think for yourself, and not, oh, this man did this for me and for the first time, and I'm all stupid and crazy over him because I've never had anything else. That really makes a huge difference on a marriage or a relationship. Definitely. For real. You said, and they end up cheating anyway. That's right. Or being abusive, or lying, or not giving you what you deserve as well, because you're so hung up. You don't even think to ask for nothing because you think that's the gift, and it ain't. Okay. But if you're going to, if you're just going to be very traditional and wait till marriage, don't act like it was anything. In fact, fight against it. Like, if you don't have a choice, don't act like it was all that. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't think that was the best, because it probably wasn't. Know that there's better people out there that can do much better jobs of the thing that he just did. And remember, he ain't all that or that special. And I'm not trying to put men down. I'm just trying to help women not to go stupid. Okay. Don't go stupid. All right. By what age should women have that experience? What experience? You mean lose their virginity? When they're ready. When they feel like they can handle it emotionally and physically, of course. The emotional part has to be first and foremost, because if that person decides they don't want to be with you, and you're like, oh my God, it was my first, you got to be able to be like, okay, well, I just wanted to get it out the way. Or, okay, well, that was fun. Thank you so much. Whatever. You got to be able to handle it emotionally. Some women get stupid, like I said. I mean, they could be a friend. They could be someone that you like, your boyfriend or whatever, but don't expect them to be with you forever. Unless, y'all are already married. This still doesn't guarantee anything because of the divorce. But whatever age you feel mature enough to experience that mentally and physically, then, I mean, definitely I would wait till at least I was over 16. Some of y'all be doing it too early. Definitely wait till you old enough to drive. That's what I'm saying. If you old enough to drive, you're old enough to do something. Period. When y'all get your driver's license, go ahead, have fun. That's how you get to their house, and that's how they get to yours. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And that when y'all, you said that was me. Well, whenever it was, I don't judge. It was just whenever you can be responsible too. Compared, what? So yeah, he wanted to be exclusive, but I just moved here and he was the first date. Why did he start getting attitude? Because he's a probably weirdo, and most girls probably dump him after a couple of days because something is wrong. That's why he wants to rush it, or he wants to get something free for nothing. Anybody trying to rush into a committed relationship, something wrong. Especially if you just moved there. It's like, dang, can't you wait? Can I get adjusted? Can I learn my way around a neighborhood first? Dang. Thank you, Louisa. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. Thank you. So Men who rush are a red flag. Yes. Something is wrong there. You ever known a man that you actually wanted to rush into a new relationship? No. That means you probably don't want him. Think about it. Every man that you actually wanted. Do they ever try to rush into the relationship? No. That should be your red flag right there. Wait a minute. Something is off. She always told men should always pay at the age of 14. I was getting gifts without giving any physical affection, just personal. Good for you, Goddess G. Sprinkle. How to deal with guy moved out the country but keeps contacting me 4 years later. Was a pick me back then but didn't give it up. I bought him some pants as a gift back then, but now I want gifts. Then send him your Cash App or what you want, girl. Why are you still playing? If he keeps contacting you, tell him what you want. Right. Okay. Nope, not into rushing. Nope. You've been celibate for 2 years now. Should I wait till marriage or wait till he spends a certain amount of money and effort? I don't know. Like, whatever you think is best. Like, honestly, if you'll wait till marriage, great. If not, at least get it to where you're gonna win, or he's gonna be like, dang, I done spent too much money to leave you alone. Okay. What to say when a potential asks about your current dating life? I'm not finna answer that. I'm finna lie straight up. Oh, I don't get out that much. I just decided to, try something different. And you're the first date that I've been on in quite a while. You probably was out last night. Always lie. You're the first one I've been out with in so long. Lie. Unless y'all met online on a dating app and he didn't see your picture for a year straight. And he finally said, let me see what this girl is about. Okay, if you've been on that dating website for a long time, you can't really say that. That's why I don't recommend dating online. Unless you get on and get off. Get on and get off, change the picture up, change your name up. You're going to have to do all of that. Why does women say that a guy is gay when he does not like them? I don't know. I think some women say that a guy is gay if, well, first of all, if they think that he's really gay, they would have known that prior to them not liking her. They would have picked up on it first and foremost. Otherwise, it's just a way to accept the rejection with ego. Yeah. So if they're, or if they can tell, they may not necessarily mean gay. They may be wanting to use the word feminine. And feminine necessarily doesn't mean gay. It just means you think more like a woman. And that you're too feminine to understand what the dynamic between woman and man should be. So I don't think that they really want to say that you're gay. That's just a way to kind of hurt you a little bit. But really what they want to say is that you're too feminine for me. I need a masculine man. Okay. And so sometimes when women say, oh, you're too feminine, a man may think that she's calling him gay anyway. So why not just say, now I would just say, okay, well, you're just too feminine of a man for me, and you may need a more masculine woman. If you want to be technical. Thank you, Galen. Sprinkle. Potential talks, marriage, etc. 4 hours away. I visited one time. No sex. He asked to visit. Skirted around him and distanced. Now coming this weekend for a MT. Okay. Go shopping. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See what he can spend, baby. Is he spending money? Because I'm not talking none of that. Ain't nobody visiting unless we going to shop. Have a list of stuff y'all want to go do. Have, whatever. It's your world, remember? And y'all can't be using, like, I don't know these word, what you call it, abbreviations most of the time. So I'm not going to understand what you're saying. You need to type it out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, sometimes it's just too feminine. Like a lot of feminine women like traditional masculine men, and that includes being a provider, protecting, and having a certain amount of respect for women in general. It's not about what's fair, what's equal. That's not what it's about. A feminine man and a masculine woman may go good together because they switch roles. But if you're a feminine woman, you're not going to be attracted to a feminine man. That's just how it's going to be. So you have to check yourself. Am I a masculine man? Am I what a feminine woman wants? If not, then find a masculine woman or change your weight and become a masculine man. It's up to you. Those men want to stay at home, be stay-at-home dads while a woman works. What's a good first test for a guy that is trying to rush into a relationship? They'll tell you. You'll know. Okay, what? And masculine men, cryptonomics say masculine men do not want to be with masculine women. I wouldn't think so. Okay, that would be like very awkward, huh? What? I go live whenever I go. I don't even know. Between 1 and 2. I do have to go in a little while though. I'm going to be leaving soon. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to be leaving in the next 5 minutes. So if y'all want to ask something, whatever you need to ask, do it in the next 5 minutes. Okay, so let me see. So do you let men think that they have control anyway? Honestly, I think men want to think that you respect them and that you trust them enough to let them lead. I think that's what it's really about. It's not about the control. But like I said, if you're a masculine woman, you're always going to want to have control or lead, when you should allow, if you are with the right type of man, that you trust his leadership and you trust where things are going, and he has the brain to make certain decisions that are not going to lead you down the wrong path. So that's kind of how you let the men take the lead. It's not that they control you, it's that they're leading you. If you don't trust a man to take the lead because he doesn't know what he's doing, he's not financially stable, something's wrong with him, he's not very reliable or dependable, you're going to have a problem with that. That's why you can't date a Dusty. You can't date a Dusty because you don't trust a Dusty with his money, with your money, with making important decisions, or da 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 da. So you're not going to let a Dusty lead because you don't trust his decisions that he's made thus far in his life. So you're not going to let him make decisions on your behalf. So that's what it means. It doesn't have anything to do with control. It has everything to do with this man's ability to lead you in a good direction. Okay. That's all it's going to do. Oh, Trump. Hey, Trump, how you doing? Black patent Mary Jane shoe. I would never wear that. Sorry. That is not even my style. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Last week's lessons. I think that was one of y'all's dreams, but I'm glad that I frequent your dream. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I appreciate it. Just keep dreaming. I'm going to tell Melania. I'm going to tell her. I plan on showing my fashions this upcoming spring. Hey, okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to get men to ask me to nicer restaurants online. I'm beautiful and feminine, but men keep offering coffee. Oh my gosh. Then, girl, I'll be mad too. Like, how are you going to offer me coffee? Oh my gosh. Take it as an insult. When they offer you coffee, I'm like, I can't believe you. What do you mean? You offered me coffee. That's an insult. What? Really? Yeah, you didn't know that? That's like the biggest insult when a man offers you coffee instead of like an actual date. Like I feel so bad now. Oh, I didn't know that. Let me make it up to you. Girl, the coffee. The audacity. The dustacity. I'm married to a Dusty. He bad with his money, also broke, and we separated, but now, but don't, what? But he swears he can be the boss and lead, lead you straight to homelessness. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ah, what's the best way to make a guy prove himself if he's trying to rush into giving your bills? What the heck? Oh, I can't wait to stay. Oh, I can't wait to quit my job and be taken care of. And see what they do. You hand them your bills or double them. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to quit my job and be totally taken care of by you. Because that's what it means to you to be in a committed relationship. Okay? Have a totally different meaning of what commitment means to you and assume that means the same thing to him. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle, Rakila. Shira, you are amazing. Just saying thank you. I watch your videos because your attitude is contagious and it makes me feel so good. Thank you. Oh, Sprinkle Sprinkle, girl. Thank you. What? You ghosted a guy who offered to go on a walk for the first date. He was a pharmacist to the dust. Go on a walk where? On his property? On the land he owns? What? At his ranch? Not in somebody else's park. Girl, nah, bye. I'll be like, no, thank you. The Spark Park. The little elementary school park. No, ma'am. You walk to the bank, right? If you're married and your man leaves the house, should you ask him where he's going or just act like you don't care? If it's late at night, like late at night, and he's dressed up and got his cologne on and looking like he's finna go on a date, maybe you should ask, where are you going? If he's just leaving in the middle of the daytime or in the evening, maybe he's just running to the store to get something. Maybe this and that. If he ain't all extra spiffy and whatnot, who cares? I don't care. Okay, bring me something back too. Tell him to bring you something back. Like, bring me something back. Wherever you going. This is what I want you to bring me back. Period. That way, they have to make a pit stop, think about you, and bring you whatever you wanted back. So it's an added bonus that he's leaving the house. Oh, could you bring back this? Could you bring back that? Go to the store and bring this back. Tell him to bring you something back. Don't ask where they're going. Tell him to bring you something back, though. It's not controlling. It's just it's saying, I really don't care where you're going, but this is what I want you to bring me back. You don't have to be extra suspicious. You don't have to ask, where you going? Unless he put on him, the nice outfit and that cologne and stuff. And then he ain't going to the store. He's probably going somebody, else. And be like, don't, like, if he's dressing up, be like, oh, you look nice. Have a good time. And then if you can do it, go do it too. Like, get yourself dressed and make sure he's home before you get home. I mean, if y'all are gonna play games, you might as well play with him. Okay. Or run up some type of credit card online shopping, baby. Well, you were so bored. I was so bored because you had left. And then I saw this really cute dress online, and I just started shopping, and there was no one here to stop me. I used your credit card, baby. There you go. Anyway, that's hilarious. Oh, hold on. Okay. All right, I'm getting ready to leave. You said, where do you find masculine men? It's not where you find them. They're everywhere. You find them when the situation comes for them to act masculine. You could tell who's masculine and who's not by the way that they respond. Okay, like when the bill comes, do they grab the bill or do they wait for you to grab the bill? Or, are they masculine so that you're allowed to be feminine? Do they want you to build with them? Do they want you to, do all this stuff for them? Then most likely they're masculine. Do they take more time to get ready and look better than you? Then they're probably feminine. Do they want you to pay for stuff? Do they think men and women are equals as far as, providing? Then they're probably feminine. Okay, there's not much difference between a woman and a feminine man, except they have different body parts, basically. Okay. Serious question. Is it my job to tell my mom she's a dusty? Am I shady for knowing? No, it's not your job. Your mama knows she a dusty. Believe me, most people know that their pygmishas are dusty. They may not use those words, but they know. They know that there's other type of women out there that get exactly what they want. And then there's women that don't, because they choose to put up with certain things from men. They already know this. You don't have to tell them. Just leave your mom alone. She know. The best thing you can do is lead by example. And when she sees what you're doing, if she wants that lifestyle, then she'll follow your footsteps, or she'll ask you, how do you do that? Then you can tell her, but you don't tell her she's a dusty or she's a pygmisha. You just do what you do and don't be that. Okay, it's better just to lead by example. You feel sugar babying is prostitution. Well, what do you think about giving away free sex to dusty men? What is that? Think about it for a second. What is giving away free sex? And to sugar, you don't even have to sleep with men. But if you do, what's the difference between a pygmisha giving away free sex to a dusty who won't pay one bill and lay up on her couch, and someone who says, no, you can't sleep with me unless you compensate me and you understand my value and that you invest in me, and I'm not just some piece of meat that you're just going to sleep with and take advantage of and never see again? What's the difference? There's a lot of difference. Sugaring is knowing your value, and you don't even have to call it sugaring. You can just call it dating up. You're not going to date a dusty, period. You're not going to date a man who don't got no money to spend on you, period. You're not going to lay in a bed with somebody broke with dust in their wallet, period. If you do, you don't love yourself, period. Okay? Society has trained women to take the least, and you feel guilty for taking anything. So take the least and go lay down for free with a dusty and see how you feel about yourself after that. Okay. Or you could know your value, make men invest in you, and not give away anything free. Okay. But do what you got to do. Whatever makes you able to sleep at night, that's what you do. Some women don't sleep well at night, giving away free stuff to broke men. Some do. Okay. I understand. I got to go. But, and remember, if you look up the word prostitution, go look it up in the ancient times. Let me tell y'all what prostitution really is. Do y'all know that in the ancient days that prostitutes were sacred? Do you know that they were held up to the highest form of almost a goddess? Why? And also, even beyond what they say that it is now, do you also know that most likely prostitutes have less sex than a pygmisha who sleeps with everything walking for free because they told her she was cute? And actual men have to come up with actual funds, serious funds, to sleep with somebody. Now, I'm not talking about the crack prostitutes. I'm talking about the high end that you call whatever you want to. I'm not saying that that's correct, but I'm sure that they sleep with less men than someone who's not a prostitute and live a far better life. Just understand that, because they know their value. So y'all can stop calling women this, and that, especially if they're living better than you. If there's a woman that's living better than you and you quote unquote say that she's a prostitute, well, then what are you? Someone says concubine, right? If she's living better than you and she's a prostitute, which means she probably sleeps with men that only compensate her for her time, energy, and you sitting up there sleeping with anybody and they not giving you nothing, and you broke and your bills ain't paid and she's living in a nicer house than you, then what does that mean? Is she smarter than you? But see, the point is you should never judge people because you don't understand their mentality. Their mentality is, I'm not sleeping with nobody for free, baby. If you want me, invest in me. I'm too this or too that to lay down with anybody because they said I was cute. I know I'm cute, period. And I want you to know that I'm cute. And that's how I know, when you pay, or when you invest, or when you set me up in this nice place, or when you buy me this car, or when you do A, B, C, and D. That's how I know you know. Not because you say it, because you prove it. Okay. So this is the energy that you need. This is the goddess energy to know your value as a woman and not just look for some words or a compliment from some dusty man. Okay. So if you think it's wrong to be valued, then it's wrong. But if you don't, then it's not. It's all up to us. Okay. I'll see y'all later. I got to go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye.